I have never stopped searching for you. I have never stopped loving you from the very day I found out about you. I was adopted at 6 months of age in 1980 to two people who have loved me, given me the world, and everything I could ever want. And they are my heroes and precious souls to me. So I always had the questions and the wonderings of different things in the back of my mind. And when I turned 18, I knew I could explore the avenues of my birth records. And in 2018, I just had a strong pulling in my heart to want to know where I came from. So I got my records and found out I have two brothers. Found out that my mother had passed away in 1995, but my brothers were still, to my knowledge, living. I reached out to them through the avenues that were listed as far as emails and phone numbers, and I never got any response. So life went on. In 2022, I did an ancestry DNA test, and it came back that I had a very close family member listed on the site. Reached out to her in October of 22 and never heard anything. This has been 3 years ago, and there was no response. And I didn't reach out again because I didn't want to push anything, but I thought, well, she probably does want to hear from me and it would be okay, or she wouldn't be on here. For some reason, 4 weeks ago, I thought, I'm gonna try one more time. I'm just gonna say, hey, I'd like to hear from you, something short and sweet. And I did. And she contacted me the next day and said, I'm your aunt. Here's my phone number. Hello, this is Kelly.
Hi, Kelly.
Hi, how are you?
I don't even know how to tell you how I am after this morning.
I know. I was just kind of a state of shock, I think.
Because I took a DNA test in 2019 through Ancestry, hoping that if she ever took one, she could be free, and we would match.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you for not giving up. Thank you.
I will never forget the feeling of relief and joy and blessings and just the goodness of God when she said to me, I have never stopped searching for you. I have never stopped loving you from the very day I found out about you. You have no idea the peace that it brings me to know that I've been prayed for by y'all, and you know, all the things. I mean, that's incredible. It's incredible to know. And my birth mother, she knew that I was going to be happier and better taken care of with another family.
And on the way home, she grabbed my wrist and she said, I was driving, of course, but she said, do me a favor. And I said, yeah. And she said, promise me that whatever happens to me, you will find her.
And my Aunt Madalyn did that. I was always in the forefront of her mind, and I'm so thankful that she kept her promise. I'm waiting. I'm almost on the shuttle, but I'm gonna see if I can get out and y'all just say a prayer for favor for me. I'm so excited to see you. I talked to her on a Sunday and went to see them on a Thursday, and I never had any hesitations. It was just the smoothest meetings. And I met her and hugged her and never could tell her thank you enough. And the next day I got to meet my brother. I got to meet a second aunt of mine and my uncle and his sweet wife. There were a lot of tears, a lot of hugs, a lot of looking at my brother, not believing that we have the same blood, the same mother. There's just nothing like the feeling of knowing that you have the same blood running through your veins. As cliche as that might sound, it's been a feeling that I don't really have words to describe, of acceptance, being wanted, being loved, being cheered for all my life, prayed for all my life by an army that have always over the years prayed for me out loud at Christmas and, you know, prayed that I was taken care of and happy. I loved seeing on their end how relieved they were to know I was okay, and they loved seeing on my end all the puzzle pieces come together that I'd always wondered about. Since then, I've gotten to meet my nephews and their children, and gotten to spend some quality time through text and phone calls, getting to know my family, and they have been so gracious and kind to me, and we've cried a lot of happy tears. It's just the sweetest thing in the world to have a sibling, and I'm so happy that I know how that feels, and it just feels like a lifelong built-in friend, even though I just met him. Also finding my extended family, it's just a feeling of thankfulness that I can't ever repay the Lord for being so kind to me and giving me this gift 44 years later, and giving them their end of their gift all this time later, of knowing that your prayers never did go unheard. They never went unanswered. And that's the one thing I want to share with people is no matter how long you've been praying, whether it's 44 years or 4 years or 4 weeks, God hears you. He's always working behind the scenes. He will always lead you and guide you in His timing. Don't give up hope. Don't give up faith. Just know that trusting and having faith is the best rest that we can ever find on this side of heaven. Just knowing that God's got us in His hand, and through the good and through the bad, He's going to work things for the goodness of our heart and for what's best for His kids. And so be encouraged to know that listening to my story after 44 years of wondering, all the pieces are coming together. So just be encouraged, and I hope this story touches your heart.
Everybody say Kelly! Yeah!